Okay, here we go. Spin the wheel and see what we get. Lucky, 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 and all that sort of business. Okay, now are we going to win the car? Are we going to win the car? Are we going to win the car? Damn it! Didn't want the sodding thing anyway. Bloody hell. Right, already got one of those. Okay, well, never mind. We'll send it on up the hill crest anyway, I suppose. Oh, well, never mind. Ah, hello, everybody. It's Megalithic here, otherwise known as Pablo Escobar. And as you have doubtlessly just seen, ladies and gentlemen, I've had the good fortune to go and win a Pfister Comet Safari. So, the Pfister Comet Safari can be found under ordinary circumstances under the legendary motorsport website, and there we go. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, retailing for a price of $710,000, and we're not going to go up to the Maze Bank offices on this occasion, ladies and gentlemen, as we won it at the casino. So we're just going to head straight on up the hill crest, and on this occasion we'll be getting there in the Grotte Italia GTO, a rather fine car, I do say so. You know, only $2 million, ladies and gentlemen, and absolutely shocking handling. But in terms of top end speed, ladies and gentlemen, there's nothing quite like it on a GTA. Okay, well, never mind, ladies and gentlemen. We're not here to talk about the Grotte Italia GTO. We are here to talk about the Pfister Comet Safari, and there we are. Okay, what do we think of it? Well, my good God, you know, Rockstar have put in a rather shocking colour there, haven't they? A rather awful livery and whatnot, you know. Not really doing the most to bring out the best of this car, are they? Let's be quite frank. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, what do we think of it? Well, it's a 911, isn't it? So if you like 911s, then you should be happy. Personally, I'm not pushed on them either way. Don't like or dislike them, you know. They're all obviously pretty much identical in terms of aesthetic styling. Okay, well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That is the Pfister Safari Comet. We'll take it out onto the street and see how she handles. Okay, then let's check out that acceleration, and oh dear, severely lacking, ladies and gentlemen. Oh well, never mind. We'll go and test out the handling as we go down these hills here. Whoops, it is okay down the Pinewood Hills, and whoops, okay, the back end does want to come around on you there, you know, a little bit twitchy and all that sort of business. Okay, right, but managed to hold it, ladies and gentlemen, managed to hold it. Okay, so we're going to check out the top speed as we now come off these hills, and let's have a look. And average, let's be honest, perfectly average. Okay, never mind. We're going to try and keep it in good form as we come around here. Okay, on the grass and all that sort of business. We'll have a look at the acceleration along here and the top end speed. Now, unfortunately, the camera does go ahead and cut out here and miss out the stability section, don't you know? And there we go. But either way, we'll look at this bottom left-hand corner. Let's see how she handles around here. And okay, I mean, perfectly reasonable, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, after all, it is a Pfister Comet, you know, and in my opinion, the Comets all handle broadly the same, you know. Of course, there are differences between each individual model, you know, but generally speaking, ladies and gentlemen, the Pfisters all handle in a very broadly similar manner, in my opinion. Okay, well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. We've gone ahead and taken it back to the Maze Bank offices, and we're now going to go ahead and take it into the custom auto shop, ladies and gentlemen, as we always do at this juncture in the video. And of course, as always, we will be going through this section of the video at double speed, just to give you just to hurry things along somewhat, you know, but still give you an indication of the sort of modifications and upgrades that can be effected to this vehicle, should you then choose to go ahead and purchase it. And unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, I do have to sort of reluctantly inform you that we are going to be in this custom auto shop for rather a long time, you know. Although on the upside, that does sort of indicate that there are rather a lot of modifications that can be effected to this vehicle. So you are indeed, ladies and gentlemen, getting your money's worth in terms of personalization, customization, style, and that sort of thing, you know. Okay then, so here we go, as you see, going through them now. And of course, one of the things, ladies and gentlemen, is the machine guns, you know. This vehicle can be fitted with machine guns. They're not equipped currently. In fact, they cannot be equipped in your custom auto shop, and they cannot be equipped in a Los Santos custom shop, ladies and gentlemen. In order to equip the machine guns to this particular vehicle, you'll need to go ahead and put it into your MOC or your Avenger, don't you know? But it's scantily worthy, to be quite frank with you, because they are just the standard pea shooters, ladies and gentlemen, that you get on most of the so-called weaponized vehicles. Okay, well, that being said, ladies and gentlemen, what do we think of it straight out of the box? You know, as I say, handles broadly similar to most of the the other Comets. You know, if you've ever driven a Comet, if not, go and pull one off the street and you're going to get an idea for it. This is of course, as you can see by the sort of raised wheel archings there and the tires on this particular vehicle, although this is actually a sports class, ladies and gentlemen, it's intended as an off-road vehicle, you know. It is a sort of, or at least a rally form of vehicle, you know, which effectively is off-road. And there we go. So how does it handle? It handles pretty much the same as most Comets, like I say, you know. It's got good acceleration, it's got a good top-end speed, handling's a little bit iffy, back end does want to come round on you there, you know. But you can control it, you know, ladies and gentlemen. It's, you know, it's not at all sort of unmanageable once you get used to it, you know. It's perfectly serviceable in my opinion. Okay, well there we go, and we are finally now getting towards the colours, which is a good thing, ladies and gentlemen. It can only mean we're coming towards the end of this section of the video, and we will, in a relatively short period of time, be leaving the custom auto shop, and we will be going back out onto the street and performing a number of tests, don't you know. And this is a slightly longer video than normal, ladies and gentlemen, because this is a slightly unusual car, you know. As I say, it's weaponized, it's off-road, it's a sports car, and so as well as the usual sort of tests, ladies and gentlemen, that we normally perform the standard lap, the sandy shores and whatnot. Occasionally we throw the top speed test track in there, don't you know. But we will also on this occasion be having a look at some of its sort of more off-road you know, sort of function there, you know, its abilities, should we say. Okay, well there we go, ladies and gentlemen, thank God for that. We finally got to the end of this section of the video. We'll be taking it back on outside. Okay, jolly good then. Okay, so here we are, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Pfister Comet Safari, ladies and gentlemen. It has been fully upgraded across the board, and we're going to check it out. Okay, let's have a look at that acceleration, and not too bad, ladies and gentlemen, not too bad at all. Whoops, okay, right handling, ladies and gentlemen. As you could see by the way I steered into the lamppost there, yes, it has very responsive steering, you know. Okay, we're looking at the top end speed as we come down here, and whoops, this is okay, going a little bit rapid, sort of losing it there. We're coming down to this bottom right hand corner. We'll have a look how it gets through around here. Always quite tricky corner, this one, and it gets around in perfectly good form, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure you'll agree. Okay, we're having a look at the acceleration, the top end speeds. We come along here, and if I can, I'll get a chance to test out that stability again. And as you can see, yes, not entirely stable, ladies and gentlemen, not entirely stable at all. Okay, so bottom right hand, left hand corner, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, it does slide out, but you can't hold it. Sodding hell, right? Okay, I hit a car and a lamppost and another car, and now I've mounted one and I've rolled the sodding car. Right? Oh bloody hell! Didn't intend to do that. Right? It's rather embarrassing, you know. Okay, so yes, what do we say, ladies and gentlemen? Acceleration, good. Top end speed, good. Handling, a little bit iffy. You know, it's very responsive, but you can lose that back end. But you can recover it too. So once you get used to it, it's perfectly serviceable, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, there we go. Like I say, one can fit machine guns to it, but in order to call it out, ladies and gentlemen, in order to fit those, you'll need to pull out your MOC or your Avenger. On this occasion, I've decided to go and call out my Avenger, and so we're going to get on down to the beach here and go and have those machine guns applied. Okay, so as you go, see, ladies and gentlemen, we can scroll on down here. We have an option that wasn't there before, and that is the machine guns for, what is that, $100,000? My good God, ladies and gentlemen, you can see them on the front there. And again, scantily worth it, ladies and gentlemen, considering they are just the sort of standard pea shooters you get on most of these vehicles. Okay, well, be that as it may, ladies and gentlemen, we'll go and test them out and give it an indication. Right, we've got a parked vehicle there, we'll open fire on it, and we'll see how long it takes to destroy it. Okie dokie, right, sulfur right there we go, just trying to line it up correctly, and we're firing, and okay, so there we go, ladies and gentlemen. It didn't take forever, but it wasn't exactly instantaneous either, was it? You know, imagine if you were driving along the street trying to get direct hits on a car, it might be quite tricky. Whoops, this is okay over the top of the hill. Well, we're having a look at the off-road abilities now, ladies and gentlemen, just to see a preliminary look, you know, on this sort of smooth grassland here, you know, or not smooth or flat, it's like I say, it's hilly, isn't it, you know, but I mean, there's very few obstacles in terms of smooth, but there we go. So what do we think? Right, okay, there's some hikers out, give them a scare, there we go. Get out of my way, I'm a pug dog. That'll teach them. Right, okay, so what do we think, ladies and gentlemen? It's not too bad, is it? It seems to be flying up these hills without any sort of problems whatsoever. I suppose now we're just going to take it on. Whoops, it tastes okay, sorry, hell, hit a policeman there. Alright, well, never mind. Okay, well, before we carry on, ladies and gentlemen, I was going to take it back to the Maze Bank offices, you know, because, as I say, I do already own this vehicle, ladies and gentlemen. I've gone and won a second one, or rather fortunate there, but I do already own this vehicle already, ladies and gentlemen, so there is only one thing to do, of course, at this juncture, and that's to go and sell my other one, you know. I got one for free, no point in having two sat around, so I'll go and sell one, get my money back for it. Yes, please, thank you very much. Okay, so here we go. This is my existing Pfister Comet Safari, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to hold on. I'm going to take it on into Los Santos Customs, and we're going to sell it and see what sort of money we get back. Now, of course, I would have paid $710,000 for this, ladies and gentlemen, and it will have been upgraded with those machine guns and the $100,000 on top of that, plus all of the other upgrades. And when we sell it, we get $635,000, which I think you'll agree, ladies and gentlemen, is really not too bad. Really not too bad at all. I mean, we do spend quite a lot modifying those vehicles, but I'm quite happy with that. Okay, well, I'm going to get into my new Pfister Comet now, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to take it on up to Sandy Shores, but before we do, we're going to go ahead and put it down the top speed test track, ladies and gentlemen. Okay then, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. This is the Pfister Comet Safari, retailing for a price of $710,000. We're going to go ahead and put it down our top speed test track, ladies and gentlemen, and see how she performs, Okay, now it's a sports car, ladies and gentlemen, not a supercar and whatnot, but just give an indication, something like the Zentorno, ladies and gentlemen, which is a supercar, what we consider quite a good one, makes it down in about 53, 54 seconds. So, okay, let's see what this sports car, this off-road sports car can do. Okay, 57.958. Okay, not particularly impressive there, ladies and gentlemen, but it is an off-road vehicle, supposedly, so, Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we brought it on up here to Sandy Shores, and we're now going to go ahead and put it up against some of the vehicles. Okay, so the very first vehicle we're going to put it up against, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, is the Pfister Comet Retro, ladies and gentlemen. Now, this is the Benny's upgrade, a standard Comet retailing for about $100,000. Not entirely certain what the Benny's Retro upgrade cost there, ladies and gentlemen. I believe it's Benny, I think it's just a retro upgrade. But even if it's $500,000, ladies and gentlemen, it's still only $600,000. And as you can see, yes, it's coming past us. So what does that tell us? Well, it tells us that the Pfister Comet Safari isn't really a competitive sports car, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to knock that on the head, and we're going to go and try out some off-road vehicles. Okay, now I've got absolutely no idea what this vehicle is, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Raccoon did it for me, pointed out quite specific he was, even told me what it was, what it wasn't, different ones it could be and whatnot, and I've completely gone and forgot, I'm afraid. So I've got absolutely no idea, but I do believe it's a very cheap vehicle, ladies and gentlemen, and either way, when it's that far behind us, doesn't really matter what its name is. Okay, so there we go, ladies and gentlemen, we can see it is quite fast. I should also point out, ladies and gentlemen, that is Mr. Raccoon driving all of the other vehicles. His name is the Bromby. He has a channel of his own, just called the Bromby. If you type that into YouTube, you can go and find it while you're going to do that. He's got some rather good videos on there. Okay, so whatever it was, ladies and gentlemen, we beat the pants off it. So next up, ladies and gentlemen, we're bringing out the Canis Camacho. Now, this is a rather good off-road vehicle. Mr. Raccoon insists it is in fact the best off-road vehicle, and I've got to say I'm sort of rather inclined to agree with him, And as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, yes, it's pulled away faster than the Pfister Comet Safari there, significantly so, I would say. Retailing for a price of about $350,000, ladies and gentlemen, so sorry, half the price of the Pfister Comet Safari, ladies and gentlemen. Now, as you can see, yes, it sat in front of it by some considerable distance there. But I did get rather a dodgy corner. Mr. Raccoon did as well, so we decided we we're going to go and undertake that particular lap again. And here we go on the second one. So, like I say, $710,000, ladies and gentlemen, up against $350,000. Both of these are off-road vehicles, And as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, yes, there's no question the Canis Camacho does have better acceleration than the Pfister Comet, which is rather a shock. You would have thought the only real selling point to this vehicle, other than the machine guns, is the fact that it is a sports vehicle that can go off-road, and therefore presumably the fastest off-road vehicle, and that turns out not to be the case. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, but here we go. Let's see, ladies and gentlemen, as it's got a better acceleration, but no, the Comet has got better top-end speed, so on the right run, ladies and gentlemen, right conditions, the Comet can actually beat it down that straight, and I can assure you that makes Mr. Raccoon rather salty. Okay, well, never mind, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start wrapping things up now. We're going to bring out the Pegassi Zentorno, $725,000 for this, ladies and gentlemen. It's a supercar, not an off-road vehicle, in a very similar price bracket, I'm sure you'll agree. And as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, yes, like I said, there is no, on the street, ladies and gentlemen, this car is not in any way, by any stretch of the imagination, competitive. The Pegassi Zentorno is going to absolutely destroy it. He's going to take it down to the line, and that pretty much settles it. So in terms of on-road ability, ladies and gentlemen, yes, it's rather disappointing. Okay, Mr. Raccoon did go flying there. You may have thought he hit a rock, but if you watch him, no, he clips the plane, doesn't he? Look at that, goes flying. How about that? Haha. Says the spoiler clipped the back of the plane instead of all over the shop. Shocking, really, if you think about it. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to bring on to the final masquerade. This is the Grotti Italia GTO. Now, if you don't recognize it, ladies and gentlemen, it's because Mr. Raccoon's gone and changed his colour, but it still is the Grotti Italia GTO, and it is still the fastest car on GTA Online as far as we are concerned. Non-boost vehicle, I should point out, of course. course. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, so here we go. We're going to take it on down. There really is very little point to this section of the video, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to see what we always see at this stage, which is the back end of the Grotti GTO disappearing into absolutely into the distance there. Okay then, but that's not an end of it. Like I say, ladies and gentlemen, we want us not to be sort of surprised. We've established that it is sort of an uncompetitive street vehicle. It's not even as fast as the Canis Camacho, really, you know, in terms of or around the track even, or it's sort of vaguely competitive, you know. But I think it's better, you know. And Mr. Raccoon does not agree. Yes, okay, in fact he insists we do some off-road tests, so I say yes, why not, and we'll go and find out then. So we'll go and find some hills here, and we're going to go launch up there and see what it can handle. And okay, not a problem, and I hit a rock and I sort of bottom out, and Mr. Raccoon's sort of tittering away to himself there, and then declaring, look, I fly off the top, your car didn't fly off the top, my car flies off the top. I say, well, so hold on, Mr. Raccoon, I hit a solid rock there, I'm going to give it a go, and then I go and prove to him that yes, my car can fly too. Okay, and where's he gone? Right, where the bloody hell is the raccoon one? He was up here a moment ago. Sodding raccoon. Oh, I see. He's on the map. He's down there. Where the bloody hell is he? He should be coming up again, I'm not sure. Right, and there he is. Hello, Mr. Raccoon. How are you? Okay, well, there we go. There's no, so pretty much the same there. I'm sure you'll agree. We're now going to go and test the off-road speed, ladies and gentlemen. So around the track, we've seen that it's they're very, very similar, ladies and gentlemen. Now off-road, we're going to go and check. Okay, now on this occasion, I get into the lead significantly faster there, and he's catching up behind me. I see him. I'm going to try and cut this corner a little bit, sneaky, and whoops, it takes this right. Okay, losing and paying for it. Right, sodding hell. Okay, try to cut the corner and pay for it there, and there's absolutely no way that I'm going to be able to catch him up now, is there? Okay, so that's in the gutter, ladies and gentlemen, and Mr. Raccoon does make it down to the line somewhere ahead of me. Okay, well, we're going to try some more cliff test. Sodding car, right, bloody hell. Right, we're going to try some more cliff test now, ladies and gentlemen, see what sort of inclines we can get up, and there we go. Okay, not a problem. Mr. Raccoon flying up there, you know, and I take a slightly different line to him, and I come a cropper, you know, and again, he's tittering away, saying, your car can't do it. And I say, oh, hold on a minute, Mr. Raccoon. I took a completely bloody different line to you there, you know. Let me try the line you took, and then I go in there, and look, there we go, not a problem, and then it does sort of become a problem, and I'm rather struggling here, aren't I? But nevertheless, ladies and gentlemen, I do manage to get it up there, so yes, look at that, no problem, you know, the Comet has sort of got the torque to do it, and so we decided, because I scuppered the last attempt, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and give this off-road test again, back in the other direction. As you can see, yes, well, what the hell's it called? The Pfister Comet Safari does get into the lead there off the line, ladies and gentlemen. So it seems on the dirt, for some reason, this has quicker acceleration on the tarmac, on the sandy shores. The Canis Camacho took it every time. Okay, but as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, he is sort of quite close behind me there on the mini-map. You look at the bottom left-hand corner, and it's going to stay that way all the way down to the line, don't you know? Okay, so here you go. Whoops, okay, nearly losing it. They're sorry. All right, okay, weaving and whatnot. And there we go. Yes, as you can see, he's getting closer and closer. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Really is very close down to the line. Once again, I'm sure you'll agree. Okay, but by a snip, the Comet took it there. But I think it's more of a draw than anything. Okay, well, there we go, and Mr. Raccoon, as I say, not happy at all. I try and run my car into some petrol pumps and to blow it up, and it doesn't work, and then I realise there's some petrol pumps up here, you know, and Mr. Raccoon stood by him as well. Well, that seems like a good way to end the video as far as I'm concerned. Where is the bloody thing? I'm going to run him over. There he is. And sodding hell, what the... Bloody swine, right, sodding Raccoon shot me. How the hell did he get me when I was going at that speed? Bloody swine, and his car's still fine, hasn't even blown up. Bloody Raccoon. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, should you get this vehicle? Well, I'd say not really. I'd go get the Canis Camacho. Bloody Raccoon! Yes, I mean, $710,000, unless you're trying to complete a comic collection, ladies and gentlemen, I really wouldn't advise it. Anyway, I do hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, thank you for watching.